think there's something wrong with me.
He puts in the description like Trisha has borderline personality disorder. I don't.
What is borderline personality disorder?
I don't know. People diagnose me with it, so I don't know.
People diagnose me with it.
Like, I've never been actually diagnosed, so I'm not really sure. I can't be like, I'm bipolar. I am borderline personality.
Girl, make up your mind.
For so long because
Pause.
I've never been
Look how scary she looks right here. Is this not giving you Wendy Williams?
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Don't need any more nigger big shot.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, hello. Thank you for clicking on today's video. My name is Pearl. And if you're not brand new here, welcome back. Listen, you guys, I am so tired right now. I don't even know how I'm awake. I am traveling tomorrow, so there will be hopefully some great content coming soon. I'm going to Utah. I'm already packed, ready to go, but I had to like shop today. Cook it. Speaking of being tired, I'm absolutely tired of this Trisha Paytas stuff just continuously resurfacing over and over and over again. But before we get into that, I do have an unboxing today, you guys. A very interesting unboxing because one, why the heck haven't I opened it? But two, I think I've just been like so like shook that I actually bought it. Oh, so I'll be opening this and getting it ready and prepared for Utah because I haven't even brand spanking new. Can't even believe it's so heavy to me. Like I can't even believe I have it. So I will be opening it with you guys. I did want to do one of those like really cute like unboxings when they're like, and then like the ASMR and all that stuff. But it's just like the quality, the equipment you need to really, you know, execute that is not over here. It's not over here. So we're just gonna open it together. And I already got a little bit of some accessories, and this is like a little case I'm gonna put over it, and yeah, whatever. So actually, before I open this, let me put this mask on because Lord knows I have a pimple coming up right here on my nose, and it's just rude. It's rude. It's very much like, but why now? Why now? Not on my period, traveling, why now? I'm just not understanding, especially because I've been really doing my best to like wash my face and all this stuff. But then again, for the past 2 days, I have been sleeping in my makeup. Oof. Anyways, it's a whole nother story. Let's hop in here. Proof Trisha Paytas lied about being diagnosed with this. We'll see what diagnosis it is, because as long as we've been watching Trisha Paytas' content, I mean, she could have been misdiagnosed as a human at this point. I really don't know. I mean, could that be far-fetched? I don't think so.
So explain to people that may not be familiar with your stuff you've spoken so openly and clearly about. How would you characterize your mental illness?
In 2019 was the first time I heard the term borderline, and my therapist at the time, who's my therapist now, I was like, so I'm borderline, and he would always say, you have traits of it. People tell me I'm like, manic, like, what is it? Or BPD, borderline personality. I love having diagnosed with me, by the way. You have borderline personality disorder, so you're manic, because you're like, manic depressive, because one day you're so sad, and one day you're super happy. If everything's one day at a time,
that's not even borderline personality disorder. That's literally bipolar disorder. And I'm sure you could be manic in other symptoms or diagnosis, I should say, but literally that is the definition of bipolar disorder. Am I wrong? Please correct me, because I am tired right now.
Everything one day at a time. I'm like the happiest I've been in a long time. So, you know, whatever.
2016. Okay, y'all. I was scrolling. Was it scrolling? Whatever. I was on YouTube, and there was this you know those polls? Like, it was a random poll, and it was like, what year would you go back to? And I picked 2015, and the majority of people picked 2016. And I remember 2016 being trash. Like, the only thing that was good about 2016 was Drake, like, and like the parties and the summer. Like, the summer was just lit because Drake like made it like, oh, summer 16, oh, summer 16. You know what I mean? But besides the point, like, I felt like 2016 was not a good year. Like, wasn't there a song called 2016 was a bad year? I think I have that on my playlist.
I don't want anyone to call you crazy. People just resort to crazy because it's easy. Okay. I have borderline personality disorder. I have a diagnosis before, but
I haven't diagnosed with it before.
That's a lot of story. People diagnose me with like random things all the time that I feel like are not. And
I've literally been diagnosed with everything, but I feel like I can't have every single mental illness in the whole world, you know what I'm saying?
That's so weird. So she gets diagnosed and continues on with life. I got diagnosed and stopped my entire life. I was like, oh my God, I literally just got diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar 1, anxiety, and insomnia. What the heck? You know what I mean? Like my whole life like shifted. I was very much like, wow, I don't even feel comfortable, you know, dating or like getting super close to people because it's just like I don't want to put them through anything that I'm already putting myself through emotionally and yada yada yada. And it's like I can't imagine getting diagnosed and just being like whatever and like not telling anybody like, oh well, like people think like I can't have everything. Anyways, back to my life. You know what I mean? Like I'll just do therapy, like whatever. That's interesting. Like I can't imagine if I just was like whatever. I don't know. Maybe I should live like that. You tell me. I don't know.
Borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, and multiple personality disorder, like the whole time of my life.
Since you were a kid?
She's like excited
like
about
14,
it.
Those are like the 4 things I've been diagnosed with.
People love to do that.
Really?
People do that all the time. Like, you clearly have borderline personality disorder. You clearly have, I'm like, you see like 2 seconds of a vlog. People are so dumb. Oh my God, I see peeps.
Do you though?
Do you though?
No, and I would totally be so honest because like I love saying like, oh, I have this. I love being like, but like I've literally gone to so many like therapists. Like I want medication for something. I'm like, tell me I'm something.
Tell me I'm something.
It's not there, but to diagnose someone, he puts in the description like Trisha has borderline personality disorder. I don't. Like I've never been actually diagnosed, so I'm not really sure. I can't be like I'm bipolar. I am borderline personality.
Girl, make up your mind.
For so long because.
Pause.
I've never been
Look how scary she looks right here. Is this not giving you Wendy Williams? Is that is Wendy's look right there.
All right, clap if you think she should suffer.
Why am I seeing Wendy? Are you seeing Wendy? You tell me if you're seeing Wendy. I'm seeing Wendy. I'm very much seeing Wendy.
Diagnosed. You know,
she looks so skinny here, like
levels.
Like
they all have characteristics.
I don't know.
You could have characteristics of BPT, you could have characteristics of this.
I don't know. It looks different.
You know, it's hard to just diagnose, but he did refer me to this program almost immediately. So I think he had the same sort of assumption, which he's allowed to have.
I don't understand. Being diagnosed is not like you walk into a doctor's appointment, you give the, you know, it takes time. Like, a period of a long time to really get the diagnosis right. I mean, as somebody who was misdiagnosed. So it's just like, it's weird to me that she could be like, oh, I guess that was his assumption. So like, what do you mean? Let me be quiet.
That's his profession.
Yeah, that's kind of me. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I go to DBT classes. Where's my camera?
It's right here.
I go to DBT classes, okay? I get it under control. I'm fine. For borderline personality disorder, a lot of people think I have BPD, and I go to DBT for it. It's group therapy. I make the skills. I do the lessons. Been going since May 8th. What's up?
Is it borderline personality or I'm thinking
of
antisocial?
So she's going to that. So she's going to that without the diagnosis, basically, because you can go to those classes. Anybody could go to like a free like therapy group class or whatever. And if anything, like, that's actually really scary because I bet people could do that and just learn about it and like mimic people and manipulate and take their symptoms. Yikes, that's scary.
What is borderline personality disorder?
I don't know. People diagnose me with it, so I don't know.
People diagnose me with it.
Well, my therapist did tell me to go to these DBT classes.
Do you have it?
That's another thing.
Disorder?
She says my therapist, like, your therapist. Wouldn't it not be your therapist that diagnosed you? Wouldn't it be your psychiatrist that would diagnose you, not your therapist? Check me on that, because I'm pretty sure.
Some kind of diagnosis?
I've never been diagnosed.
Girl,
I have a lot of DBT classes.
bye.
Because
I'm too
DBT
tired.
Group classes it's for people who are with borderline personality disorder. Because I got like a diagnosis handwritten from a doctor. No. Did he refer me to go to DBT classes? Yes.
My therapist that I talked to, I asked him straight up. I'm like, so am I borderline? Am I bipolar? Like, am I schizo? Like, there's, all these things. And he's like, well, you have traits of a lot of things. So I can't really say it's one, you're definitely bipolar. People think I manipulate the audience by talking about borderline in general, because this is a recent diagnosis as of last year and going into therapy.
For people with borderline, and this is all new to me. For even to call myself borderline or mental illness, like, it's all very new. I would always say no one diagnosed me because no one diagnosed me properly. People would say I was bipolar, and I wasn't. I would be on bipolar medication, and it really screwed up my chemicals in my brain, like off the deep end. So I never, and so it wasn't until May of last year where I started seeking treatment. And he's like, yeah, you're this. Go to these classes. It was the first time I ever heard of DPT. Because, like, here's the thing. Yes, I have been, I guess, diagnosed. I don't know. Therapists have told me to go to DPT classes, say I have traits of BPD. I've never really been like, this is you, but I pretty much think it's me. I'm also a BPD, a borderline personality. My first therapist who diagnosed me with borderline was like, who I still go to. It's like, you have traits of borderline. I'm like, okay, I'm borderline, so you have traits of it. And just like everyone's like, you weren't diagnosed with schizophrenia. It's the same way I wasn't really diagnosed with borderline. I'd ask every therapist, do I have borderline personality? Like, well, you have traits of it. What does that mean? Is that a yes? Is that a no? Same way, go to DPT, you have traits of borderline, but there's no.
Is that a yes or it's a no? It's obviously we need more time to find more symptoms long term. And you're probably going from therapist to therapist to therapist, and the second things are actually progressing, you probably just go find a new one. A lot of people do that. So exciting.
Nobody writes it down in writing for me. But at the end of the day, I am mentally ill. I am a borderline personality disorder. Same thing with borderline. I guess to say that I'm not an actual diagnosed borderline. I'm 33 years old. Was diagnosed with borderline when I was just 29 years old. Like, you know.
Girl.
I didn't even know I was borderline until I was like 29.
You are actually really interesting. Because, wow. And you know what makes me think that it might be bipolar is because if she's forgetting that quickly, then that might be what it is. Because I don't even want to open it. Let me put it down. Anyways, the reason I think it's bipolar is because, I could be wrong, but again, the reason I think that is because the girl is constantly forgetting what she says. And I definitely know what that's like. So it's like, is she just forgetting to forget? Or like, is she actually, or is she just playing the sim? I don't freaking know. But all I know is this girl obviously uses mental illness to her advantage. I don't give a damn what you gotta say, because that's not even how you would do it if it was like that. You know what I mean? Like, let's say Trisha actually was like, went through the whole works and was like, okay, I got diagnosed and here's the medication that I'm on. Here's how I'm feeling week 1, week 2, week 3. This is the difference. Like, she could have done a whole thing like that. I don't know why she acts like that's not something she would do. I don't know. It's just so weird to me. But at the same time, I do not consider her somebody who is like, yeah, she's totally going to save my life. Like, I want to listen to her. Like, I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, not to be rude, but it's just like, dude, we are doing it. Hey, good. I am so excited, but honestly, this is supposed to be glittery, so I don't really know what the heck is going on here, but I think this is the glittery one. Oh, okay, I think this is like the glittery, clear glitter side. I wonder how you put this on. Does it just snap on? Almost there, guys. We're almost there. Okay, just give me some time because it's gonna take a little bit for me to get used to using Final Cut Pro and completely elevating my content. It's gonna take just a little bit. But anyways, that's that. Let's talk about Kylie Jenner and the Ace family before we go. Because one, I was gonna do an Ace family video, but I saw Austin getting all mad, like, they just use her name for clicks and I'm gonna charge them when they start talking about us and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, you know what? We're not gonna do a dedicated Ace family video. The whole them leaving, coming back, leaving. I mean, let's just be real. They're probably gonna come back. And if they do come back, it's gonna be like an announcement, like, oh my gosh, the Ace family is back on YouTube. Like, this is just, it's too fishy to me, because if you're not gonna do YouTube, please explain to me what you're gonna do. That's what I'm trying to understand. If you're not gonna do YouTube, what are you, where is the focus gonna be? That's the question I want them to answer. Now, I have not watched the full video. I've only seen clips like on the news and stuff, so I haven't seen the full video that they posted or came out with talking about it or whatever. But if you guys want a reaction to that, definitely let me know, because I have no idea what that's going to be like. I just saw a couple hearsay. Is this not clipping on? Okay, D. Not me checking again. Okay, let's see if this fits in here. Y'all, I got a new baby. So exciting. I cannot, but I need to clean it and put this thing on it. I don't know how, and I don't know if I have the patience to. I might have to do that in the morning because I don't know if I have the energy to do all that. And then it has these little stickers on here. So Kylie Jenner is renaming her child. Let me explain to you why that's so weird. I know there's some people that are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's not a big deal. But how many people do you know that changes their, I don't know, like, I think my thing is, why are you announcing it? I wouldn't have announced it. I would have let them continue to say Wolf. And I just would have, you know, howled to the freaking moon. Who cares? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you really felt some type of way, you changing your baby's name, I don't know. It's a little like, I gotta win. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine if other people have your baby's name. So it's like, what is the principle of you changing the name? I know she's stating that she changed it because, like, it just didn't seem right. He didn't look like a wolf or feel like a wolf or whatever. But at the same time, girl, you know what I mean? Like, and not to be rude, but just girl. I don't know. I just don't think it's that big of a deal for anybody to be caring about that much, honestly. But everybody and their mom has been talking about it. We were actually going to do an Ethan Klein, or should I say H3 podcast reaction today. But then I just was like, I can't deal. I can't deal. Like, I'm too tired and I can't control my face. And my face is going to just, you know, I'm just going to. And I don't want to do that because I've been doing that a lot when I've been watching, you know, Ethan H3 podcast. But he's getting better. I can definitely tell you that. I feel like his team and everybody, like, they're getting a little better. But there's some times where he says stuff where I'm just like, Ethan, just please. Your privilege is showing everywhere. You know what I mean? But whatever. I guess he doesn't care. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about this video. Proof that Trisha Paytas lied about being diagnosed with whatever. Who was not surprised? I just wanted to know if it was going to be bipolar or borderline, but obviously it's a whole concoction of freaking illnesses, which is just so sad. Like, girl, you have a platform. You could be educating people. It's pitiful. Anyways, I'm going to go wash this off. And I'm going to go to sleep because I have a flight tomorrow. And yeah, I'm going to be filming and we'll see how Utah goes. Okay, you guys? Let me know if you have been to Utah. I need some ideas. What should I do? I kind of want to go like river rafting or something like really extreme. But then I think about like my hair getting wet and I'm like, and that's a no. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see y'all all in the next one. Okay.
In the lot, 12 for a SWAT, busting all the bells out the box, hit the lick with the box.